where the dust of man knew death too well. Every heartbeat carried Adam's shame. Every child was marked by broken pain. But across the ages, mercy spoke. Through the prophets, hope began to grow. Then the heavens tore, the promise came. Jesus Christ, the one who broke our chains. When the first man fell beneath the night, you came clothed in everlasting light. Where the curse had written every scar, grace arrived and tore the veil apart. Jesus, the second Adam, you restored what sin has stolen. King of heaven, Lamb of glory, now redemption's song is spoken. You lifted up the fallen, you rewrote our ending. Jesus, the second Adam, life begins in you again. In the wilderness you faced the storm, tempted there but still forever pure. Where the serpent whispered fear and lies, truth stood firm with fire in his eyes. Every step you walked in, victory. Every wound became our healing stream. At the cross you bore the weight of all. Then you rose and crushed the ancient wall. Where the first man hid beneath the trees, you were lifted high on Calvary. Where the earth had tasted bitter loss, love poured out through blood upon the cross. Jesus, the second Adam, you restored what sin had stolen. King of heaven, Lamb of glory, now redemption's song is spoken. You lifted up the fallen, you rewrote our ending. Jesus, the second Adam, life begins in you again. From the grave came resurrection thunder. Stone was rolled and death was torn asunder. Every captive heart can now awaken. Chains of dust, the night is shaking. You are hope for every nation. You are God's new creation. Every tribe and tongue will praise you. Every knee will bow before you. What was lost in Eden's sorrow, you restored for our tomorrow. What was buried in the ashes now forever blooms in gladness. We were strangers, now adopted. Once condemned, now fully wanted. By your spirit we are rising. By your mercy we are shining. Jesus, the second Adam, you restored what sin had stolen. King of heaven, Lamb of glory, now redemption's song is spoken. You lifted up the fallen, you rewrote our ending. Jesus, the second Adam, life begins in you again. Life begins in you again. Hope begins in you again. Grace begins in you again. Jesus, the second Adam, forever reigning, never fading. Name above all names we sing. Jesus, the second Adam, all creation crowns you king.